There are three ways to get to London from the Netherlands. So, since we've been to Europe, we've heard a lot of people talk about how great the train and the ferry system is. And naturally, when we decided to plan a trip to London, we decided to skip the short flight and opt for some alternate travel instead. So, we decided to take the Eurostar train and the Stena Line ferry. Okay, let's go to London.
We're already in London.
So we're about to board the Eurostar train here to London from Rotterdam, and it goes between Amsterdam and London about 4 times a day. Make sure you watch until the end, where we'll cover the pros and cons of each mode of travel, along with the costs, and then we'll decide which one we ultimately preferred. Okay? Let's go.
Our journey started at Rotterdam Central Station. Check-in was super simple, though there are a few steps here, so we recommend arriving to the station early. We passed through the gates using our e-tickets already downloaded to our phones. Since the United Kingdom is not part of Europe's Schengen area, we had to go through a brief security checkpoint, exit with the Dutch border authorities, and then enter with the UK border force, all done in Rotterdam. We weren't allowed to film it, but it's pretty straightforward. Then we were in this cozy little waiting area until our train arrived. There were vending machines, a coffee machine, bathrooms, and plugs for both types of outlets. Once the train arrived, we were on our way, beginning our 3.5-hour-long journey to London St. Pancras Station.
So we booked 2 Standard Premier tickets, which gives us a light meal, a drink, and a much more comfortable seat. It was only a little bit more than the standard ticket, so we felt like it was worth it.
Standard Premier cars offer 2x1 seating instead of the 2x2 seating in Standard, with more legroom and supposedly more comfortable seats. Our seats weren't that comfortable, to be honest, but we did appreciate the extra legroom. Our seat had plugs, and again, both Dutch and British plugs were available. It also provided us with a light meal, which is served after the stop in Brussels, about halfway through the trip. It was okay.
I thought the wine was pretty good. Oh, and you forgot to mention the snacks earlier, which were those spicy mixed nuts. Those were awesome.
Take a train ride just to see you. Ride for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you. 'Cause you're my home away from being alone. Run away from home, why don't you? 'Cause I did.
Hi.
Hey,
That was pretty easy.
it was pretty easy. I think we only, what was that, like, it was during rush hour, but I think it was only supposed to be like a 20-minute ride. And getting out of the train station was pretty easy. We're gonna enjoy London now. So I guess we will see you when we're about to leave and getting ready to go to the ferry. All right, cut to that. Okay, so it's Sunday and we're about to go take our bags to the Liverpool Street Station and hop on a 2-hour train ride to the ferry in Harwich. Let's go.
Let's go!
So like I said, we started this journey at London Liverpool Street Station. This journey is in 3 parts. We took a regional train from here to Harwich, which takes about an hour and a half, then the overnight ferry from Harwich to Hook of Holland, and finally a 1-hour trip on the Rotterdam Metro line into Rotterdam proper. Today we're going to focus on the ferry part. So we booked the 2-berth outside cabin lower beds room. Not sure that's what we got, but that's what we booked. We do have 2 additional bunk beds in here, which were not in the photos, and then we also have a shower, which was not in the photo, so keep that in mind. Booking was pretty interesting because the way it works is when you book, you can only book a room that can accommodate the number of tickets that you buy. So in our case, we only had 2 people, so we tried to buy a bigger room, and it told us we couldn't do that. I think we actually tried to buy this room, and they told us we couldn't do it, but we ended up with it anyway.
Welcome to our room. It's cozy. It's got a little more space than I expected. We have 1 bed, 2 beds, 3 beds, and the 4th bed. I think this is the one we'll be sleeping in because it's a little bit bigger than the rest. Got a nice window outside. Can't really see anything out there.
Maybe we will in the morning.
Yeah, maybe in the morning. A remote with a TV, climate control, and our bathroom. There's a shower.
That was a shower?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are we in the right room?
Bathroom. Feels like it's not the right room. Yeah. You got everything you need.
Closet?
Closet, ladder
Oh.
for the
Yes.
bunk bed,
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Desk?
desk.
Desk chair?
If you want to get some work done. Phone. Plugs.
Oh, 1
No.
UK and 2 Dutch sockets
No
or German
USB.
sockets. No. Phone?
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty big room.
It's a pretty big room. You know what's missing?
What?
I expected there to be like a mini fridge or something.
Oh, yeah, there is no mini
There's
fridge.
no mini fridge.
Well, we aren't going to be here very long, though.
No, you're just sleeping here. But it's good.
Check out the rest of the ship.
Let's do it.
Here's the outer deck. Kids area. Restaurant, which was open for dinner. Here's the menu if you're curious. There's a bar. 1 of 2 gambling areas. Duty-free shopping. A coffee shop, which doubled as a bar in the evening. A cinema, which was showing Top Gun Maverick for an additional fee. An indoor lounge. And an area for teens.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is now 6:30 local time. A full-cooked breakfast is being served in our taste restaurant at the forward end of deck 9.
Breakfast was a buffet which cost 15 euros each. It was about the same quality as a mid-range hotel, which is not to say it was bad. It was fine, very well appointed, and they even had beans for the Brits on board. The rest of the journey was pretty straightforward. We packed our things, disembarked, went through immigration, and took the metro home. The Rotterdam metro picks up right outside the port, and we could even see the metro lines from our window.
All right, let's break down our experience on both the Eurostar train and the Stena Line ferry. Let's start with the costs. Although we didn't do it this time, a direct round-trip flight from the Rotterdam airport to London is about 150 euros with a flying time of about 55 minutes. For the sake of comparison, we'll add the 30 minutes that it takes to get from the London City Airport into London proper. The Eurostar train took about 3.5 hours. As we mentioned, we booked the Standard Premier seats, but let's use the standard seat here just for comparison.
Finally, the Stena Line ferry. They offer a service called Dutch Flyer, which gets you both a spot on the ferry and the regional train ticket needed to get from London to Harwich. We'll use a round-trip ticket on the overnight ferry in a basic single cabin for comparison. Of course, there are nicer rooms available if you're willing to pay for the upgrade.
Okay, let's talk about the pros and cons of the train and the ferry. The Eurostar train felt super easy. You depart and arrive in the heart of both Rotterdam and London.
Yeah, but we ended up paying quite a bit to take the train. And while you can definitely travel on it for a reasonable price, I think those seats get nabbed pretty quickly. So it ended up costing us 4 times the amount to travel on the train over the ferry. All right, let's talk about the Stena Line ferry. It was a really fun way to travel, and we got an extra 5 or so hours out of our trip to London since we didn't need to board the train to Harwich until 6:30 in the evening. And the bed was pretty comfortable too.
Yeah, but the pillows were kind of lumpy, and the water was very choppy at night, so it was kind of hard to sleep. We hear that's pretty typical outside of the summer months. The Wi-Fi was pretty bad as well. It cost 11 euros for 7 hours, which doesn't even cover the length of the trip. We used the free 20 minutes, but it didn't really work. Maybe the experience is better if you pay, we're not sure. And lastly, there were pretty lengthy train rides on both ends, from London to get to Harwich, and then from Hook of Holland to get to Rotterdam. So it's definitely not the fastest trip. All right, I'm ready to pick my favorite. Are you? The Eurostar train.
Ooh.
So close. The Eurostar train was definitely our favorite, especially if you can get it at a price that's competitive with the flight. It's not really worth the upgrade to Standard Premier. We can deal with the smaller legroom for a few hours, and we could have very easily just packed some snacks.
How do you prefer to travel? Train, ferry, or airplane? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel since we have another exciting travel video coming up in the next few weeks.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.